Yo, what it do, baby? What's going on? King Ye, first YouTube live. We here, baby. Gonna ask some questions, you know what I mean? I'll see what's up, man. Ask anything you want. I'm here from Boston, Mass. Gonna get loud, gonna get lit in a little bit. Let the pour, let, I'm sorry. Let the viewers start pouring in. hmm Yes, sir, yes, sir. hmm Let's go, let's go. When you ready, come on. Now figure out why it's not looking like that. Wow, it's still not on. Okay. Well, no, this is here. Am I live? Original camera. I don't know how it works, man. Mm, How's this thing work, gang? How's it work? I don't know how it works, man. Live? Am I live? I am live, right? But I'm trying to see what's the output. What do you guys see? You know what I mean? Trying to see what you guys see. This thing is what? Feel safe. Oh, okay, okay. There we go. Okay, feel better now. Alright, got this chat. The chat right here. Yes, sir. Make sure we feel safe. Okay. What's up, chat? 8 year. Boss, you know how that goes. You feel me? But yeah, man, we about to stop. So getting lit a little bit, right? In a second, gang. You know, I gotta see what the hell. Oh, okay, okay. YouTube studio. Oh, live. Okay, okay. Now I'm live. Okay, okay. Ask away, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, all right. But that's what y'all see. What you see? What it ain't? What it do with it? Okay. All right. Hey yo, chat rate, down lane. Okay, live here. I gotta figure out what to put. No, starting on YouTube. Okay, everybody hear me good? Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to put my chat. Where's the chata? Chata, horchata, horchata. Okay, where is my chat? Alright, new moderator. Give me a year whenever you up in here with me and say yeah. Everybody from the street know how we rock, gang goes. Hey, yeah. Alright, I gotta bring this over here. It still looks like that. Man, how I put the. Oh, okay. Yo, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I put my thing over. I'm sorry, yo. This is, as you can see, the first live. I'm trying to figure out how, like, hangle and dangle. Okay, hold up. Okay, does it pop up like that? Cause I got two screens, all right. So what I'm trying to technically do is this shit should come up over here. I don't know. That shit is so fucking weird. Alright, like this. We gotta go. Alright. Okay. Mm. How this works, man. Dashboard. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Everybody searching for your love for me. Nobody else like me. Why don't you follow me? Everything is alright. Oh baby, I didn't feel it alright. Man, bro, this shit is hard, man. I gotta figure it out. I have to figure it out. Alright, come on, dashboard. Or maybe it's you, Breeze. You know, I go put myself down here. On the chat right here. Okay. Right back. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Oh, wow. That is no good. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. But, uh-huh. Okay, there we go. You see, the thing goes over here, but why not the chat? The chat can't go over there. That's weird. Okay, right there, yes. And now I want to put the chat. I'm trying to put the chat over there too. Why can't the chat go over there? I love the way you do that right there, right there. Little hip on your burger, make it stir, make it. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, girl, I like the way you do it now. Oh, now. Oh, 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 girl, what you know? I like the way you do it right there. Make it. Oh, you see my doggy, yo. I like the way. Hey, 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 hey. I'm doing none of that. None of that. None of that. None of that barking shit out there. Chat shit out, man. Okay. Why don't you follow me and everything is alright? Baby, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay, baby. You say, baby, it'll be okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why don't you follow me? Everything is alright. Yo, show me some love. 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 me some love, baby. Show me some love. Top shutter, top shutter, top shutter. I'm in a gold pound, got 'em on a no, no. Baby, what you wanna? No, no. Let's get on the Tubi, to the Tubi. What's it on YouTube? YouTube. Alright. Ask me anything. No hold bar. So what y'all think about this no jumper? Big U Rico, bro. The Big U Rolling 60s Rico gang. Rico. Niggas called Big Baby, Bruce Cannon. But bro, them niggas is talking too much, bro. They talking way too much, gang. Way too much, brother. Way too much, brother. My nigga Poetic Flocko, that's that guy, man. That's the guy. That's the guy, sir.
Need to run Windows on your Mac? Parallels Desktop makes it simple to integrate Windows apps into your macOS workflow. Install Windows in minutes and stay productive without hassle. Run.
This might be the beginning of a DJ Academics and Whack 100 scrimmage, man, because Whack 100 just went off on Academics. He crashed out on live. See, Whack was live with DJ Academics talking about this Big U Rico, and Academics is a journalist. So Academics have a line of questioning for Whack to pretty much answer a lot of the questions that his fans and his audience have. But Whack 100 didn't like the line of questioning, man, and he let Academics have it, call him out of his name.
Of course not. This nigga Whack. This nigga Whack could do all the snitching, all the talking, bro. This nigga will air out his mother for some clout, bro. And then the first, bro, of course, the white nigga gives his paperwork to Adam. You know the 22 stir. That nigga's gonna expose it to the world, friend or not. Bro, of course, bro. He don't like his own medicine.
Just blew up on him. Things got really combative on the live stream when Academics brought up the Big U wiretaps. On the Big U wiretaps, Big U spoke about doing harm to Whack 100, and the feds included excerpts from the wiretap in the RICO indictment. On January 12, 2023, Henley, Big U, described needing to beat the ish out of Whack 100. A couple weeks prior, December 30th, 2022, Henley, aka Big U, stated he needed to break Whack 100's jaw. July 9th, 2022, Henley, aka Big U, will tell victim one, which according to the feds is a victim that he was extorting at one point for $25,000 a month. He told that victim about an incident where they pulled up on Whack 100, and according to Big U, Whack 100 was begging Big U not to take his life. Now, Whack
Hey yo, what you say, Flacco? So nigga Whack is over here pressing niggas when the spiel get out about him him begging Big U not to take his life. That nigga don't like that, bro. Alright, shout out Trap Lil Ross, baby.
400 has disputed this. He said this is false. Big U was lying and bragging on the phone, and that's about it. Now, this incident supposedly happened at the Novo at the game concert, where he would say they pulled up like 14 deep, came through the back door, and try to ambush Whack 100 on stage. And then they had people waiting outside to sort of lure Whack 100 outside, and they was gonna do something to Whack when he was outside, but according to Big U, Whack 100 pled for his life. Whack 100 would say Big U is a liar. He never pled for his life, and he was ready to take it there. Big U will also tell the same victim who owned a dispensary in LA that he has to stop doing business with Whack 100. What you guys just witnessed is called the Great.
Bro, that nigga in the dispensary, bro, that was a tough one, gang. Bro, that was a regular nigga, bro. A regular 9 to 5 Joe Schmo, bro. That was all legit shit, nigga. Big U, bro, extorting the hell out of this man, bro. Nigga, Big U talking about, hey, bro, I need 2,000 every week. The rest of the stores, they paying that for what he said, donation for his wife's 30 30,000 diamond ring, bro. He wanted donations for his wife's wedding ring. It's crazy, gang. His wife's wedding ring. Uh, that's crazy, man. Damn, my bad. You see, I'm still getting used to this double thing. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's his name?
West Coast press. We've seen it happen to the best of them. It is literally a tactic that's taught in local gangbanging. What that is you have a dude who's new to LA who's an implant, but he has value. He actually has a business. He has a dispensary, makes a lot of money.
That's a legit
So
nigga.
you draw him into your squad. And you do that by letting him know that the person he's gravitating towards ain't as tough as you. This happens to almost every celebrity in this city, bruh. Which is why you will see a celebrity come to this city and they would change like 50 different squads. Like the gangs will literally pass them around. In this case, he's telling like victim one, who was paying him 25 bands a month, bro, what you doing business with Whack 100 for? He can't protect you. I can protect you. Bruh. And which is why he said, I had Whack 100 begging for his life because he wants victim one to kind of
You
think,
see that?
hey, yo, I'm the guy in the city. I'm the tough guy, bro. Like, bro, what you doing? You need me, not Whack. Which is why he told him not to do business with Whack and then begin to get caught on wiretap, telling this dude everything that he did to Whack, allegedly from his perspective. Whack denies it all, right? Whack says it's not true. It never happened.
These niggas is arguing about who was a tough guy, bro. Bro, why you think y'all niggas is on the Ricos in the first place? Y'all niggas is arguing about who's tougher. Serious? It's wow, bro.
Now, when on live stream with DJ Academics, though, Whack 100 and DJ Academics was talking about Adam 22 recently getting a visit from the feds.
So much for being fresh. If the feds watching, I made it 41 years into this life before I had involvement, conversation with federal agents. And when they showed up, I was wearing a red Nike Tech. Not exactly the definition of fresh, but I got a crazy update. I'm going to do the Good Diligent podcaster thing, and I'm going to save it for tomorrow at 4 p.m. with Lush and some surprise guests. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. The 22ster has got a big update. Tap inwardly.
I aspire to have the cojones, the bravery, and the boldness of a white man in the United States. This right here is bravery that can only exist in white culture. You tell me the feds was at my door. I'm talking to a lawyer. I'm hyperventilating. I'm trying to figure out, bro, do I need to leave the United States? Bro, I'm wearing a tuxedo the entire time. I don't even want them to see me in no Nike. Adam showed up to the door purposely in a Nike tech so they can know he's with the ish. Oh, nah. This is some kahunas here, man. So Academics seen this, and he was talking to Wacky. He wanted them to see me in no Nike. Adam showed up to the door purposely in a Nike tech so they can know he's with the ish. Oh, nah.
Oh, Adam?
This is some kahunas here, man.
Okay, Adam.
So Academics seen this, and he was talking to Wacky. He said, yo, Wack, if the feds came to visit Adam, did they come to visit you too? Because, in the wiretaps, Big U was threatening to do harm to you in the lawsuit. So it like only makes sense if they would come to Adam, who's nowhere in the lawsuit, who's not listed in the lawsuit, then wouldn't they come to talk to you too? Whack 100 took offense to that.
Well, has the feds stopped to talk to you yet or no?
Talk to me about what? You like these other weirdos. Hey, listen, bro. I know you niggas for my downfall,
Yo, Wack is.
Hey, yo, any nigga who gets mad when you ask them a regular question, bro, like that, them niggas is definitely telling, bro. You see how mad that nigga got, bro? Any nigga who get mad like that, off rip, they tell him, bro. They tell him. Go ahead, act. Doom, nigga. Put him on Front Street, nigga. Wack's been putting everybody on Front Street, nigga. Put Wack on Front Street, nigga. You working with the cops? Wack been working with the cops? Okay.
Is so appalled that Ack will ask him that question, bruh. Wack is like, oh, y'all prayed on my downfall. Yo, let me tell you this, bruh. Praying on his downfall.
That's crazy. Oh, man. I'm so fucking sorry. Damn.
Capacitor cores check is okay.
Oh, shit.
Fusion cores are prime for ascent.
I pressed the wrong button.
Copy that. The team is ready to...
This might be the beginning of a DJ Academics and Wack 100 scrimmage, man. Because Wack...
And some surprise guests. And some surprise...
bravery and the bonus of...
Tap inwardly.
I aspire to have the cojones, the bravery, and the bonus of a white man in the United States. This right here is bravery that can only exist in white culture. You tell me the feds was at my door. I'm talking to a lawyer. I'm hyperventilating. I'm trying to figure out, bro, do I need to leave the United States? Bro, I'm wearing a tuxedo the entire time. I don't even want them to see me in no Nike.
Leave the United States.
Adam showed up to the door purposely in a Nike tech so they can know he's with the ish. Oh, nah. This is some kahunas here, man. So Academics seen this, and he was talking to Wack, and he said, yo, Wack, if the feds came to visit Adam, did they come to visit you too? Because, in the wiretaps, Big U was threatening to do harm to you in the lawsuit. So it like only makes sense if they would come to Adam, who's nowhere in the lawsuit, who's not listed in the lawsuit, then wouldn't they come to talk to you too? Wack 100 took offense to that.
Well, has the feds like stopped to talk to you yet or no?
Talk to me about what? You like these other weirdos.
No.
Hey, listen, bro. I know.
Ooh, that nigga's telling, bro.
know you niggas for my downfall, my...
Yo, Wack is so appalled that Ack will ask him that question, bro. Wack is like, oh, y'all prayed on my downfall. Yo, let me tell you this, bro. Praying on his downfall, he's not just talking about the prospects of the feds coming to talk to him because he may be indicted too or involved. No, he's talking about, oh, y'all want them to come to talk to me. So if y'all see some type of document saying I talked to the feds, now y'all can run and smut my name out. Why y'all praying for the feds to talk to me so bad, bro? So, but Academics, he don't give it up, man. He keeps asking, it's hilarious because, bro, you can hear the tone in Wack 100's voice. Wack is absolutely appalled
That nigga's heated
by the fact that Academics will ask, have the feds talked to him yet?
No, not
Right.
like that.
stupid.
Wack,
Nah, I know you niggas for my downfall.
Wack, you're my friend. I'm not praying for your downfall.
Nah, but
I'm being sensible though. I'm being sensible.
All you niggas not being sensible.
Wack,
Okay, no, you're my friend. I'm not praying on you.
I'm gonna tell you how I'm being sensible.
There's nothing about what you're saying is sensible, bro.
All right, I'm gonna use an analogy, or
I want you to tell me how it's sensible.
I'll tell you why.
What the fuck you talking about? You niggas getting weird, bro.
I'll tell you why. For example,
Why?
let's say the feds go pick up Meek Mill, and Meek Mill private conversation that was wiretapped.
No, he's right.
don't know.
Hold on.
Niggas asking why like they don't know. He's right. Fuck, bro. My fault, yo. That's fucking unks, ugly ass.
Ford Truck Month is here at Ira Ford
I'm sorry,
Auburn. For conquering tough jobs or your next great adventure, score great off.
This might be the beginning of a DJ Academics and Whack 100 scrimmage, man.
22.
United States, if they would come to Adam, who's no.
I'm gonna tell you how I'm being sensitive.
There's nothing about what you're saying is sensible, bro.
All right, I'm gonna use an analogy, or
I want you to tell me how it's sensible.
I'll tell you why.
What the fuck you talking about?
You know why?
You
know why?
Weird, bro.
I'll tell you why.
You know exactly why.
For example, let's say the feds go pick up Meek Mill,
like that,
and Meek Mill private conversation that was wiretapped had.
I don't know.
Hold on. Wait, just let me finish. Bro. Let me finish. Had conversations he's having with guys who might do things for him to say, "Yo, bro, somebody got to shoot Ack." You don't think they're gonna come to me?
I don't know nothing about. I'm not Meek. I'm not a rapper, and I'm not you.
No, Whack.
I don't have those type of conversations.
Whack.
Nigga, now he being extra difficult because fucking AK trying to press him a little bit. Nigga, answer, bro. I'm not a rapper. Whack, you be trying to play these rapper cards. You be living like a rapper. You be acting like a rapper. You be trying to get clout like a rapper. Might as well be a rapper, nigga.
Okay. I'm using that's a fictional example. I'm using it to say, yo, in the indictment, they have Big U on wiretap trying to get people to harm you. You think they're not gonna ask you? Like,
no, hey, he does not. You're lying. Yeah. Stop lying. Yeah, no, all you square ass niggas that's doing media. Hey, look.
Hey, yo, this nigga really working with the cops, bro. You feel how I feel his answers, bro. His answer, bro.
Bro, if you're gonna run the media, be accurate with your information. Stop lying. They have Big U on wiretap telling somebody what he wants to do to me.
It's semantics at this point. I'm not in the streets. So what I would say from my square perspective is I don't feel like it makes that much of a difference, right? Whether or not Big U is trying to get somebody to do something to Whack, or whether or not Big U is threatening to do it himself. What Ack is saying is, in the indictment, on multiple occasions, Big U is on the wire phone talking about how he wants to do something to Whack. In the RICO indictment, Big U is telling Victim 1 how they literally staged a coup. They came about 12 to 15 deep, hoodie down, like tied up, looking for Whack 100 at the Novo. So if he's breaking that down and he's going in grave details about the lengths that they have gone to try to get Whack, Ack is saying, like, the feds haven't contacted you yet? Now, I don't know if the feds have contacted Whack, right? If Whack said they didn't, you know, then I have to believe him, right? Because, you know, I have no other information. But that's the point that Ack is trying to get to. And Whack don't even want to entertain the conversation because Whack understands how the internet works. And once you entertain that conversation or go down that rabbit hole, now you have people taking it and running with it. So, like, Academics is trying to be the journalist and get to it. Whack is understanding what the internet do. So he understands that, yo,
bro, Ack is totally biased against it, nigga. He has nothing to hide, nothing to cover up. This is Whack, bro. Whack get in the forefront of all this. Of all of it, bro. You're all up in those Ricos. Your name is all up in that mix, bro. Don't be trying.
He got to shut this conversation down immediately.
If a man that is accused in a RICO case and he's a head guy is constantly threatening to do something to someone, why wouldn't the cops at least show up to talk to that person?
Constantly threatened where? He said it like 2-3 times.
Yeah, but you don't think the cops at least show up to talk to you, be like, hey, listen, can we just...
He's talking about fighting, weirdo.
It still don't matter. Whack, this is why you're good. If the police...
I know why you good.
This is why
you over here square your act. Let's establish this. You're the square, nigga.
No, I know, but I got a hell of a...
You don't know nothing about... You ain't never even been booked. So you don't know what the fuck you be talking about half the time.
Whack, I think neither one of us has had federal charges. Feds is different. We
it don't matter.
You haven't had feds.
Hey, bro, the feds is not wasting their time.
Nigga, Ack is a live one, bro. He slipped that in there. Yo, Whack, you too. You ain't never been in the feds. Whack, you never been in the feds. Only state. Bro,
Would a nigga somebody want to fight?
Well, why do they waste their time to go talk to Adam then? If so, they're threatening you. They wouldn't waste their time to talk to you, but they would talk to Adam.
They're talking to Adam about Brick Baby. Brick Baby's an employee. I don't know. Gotta ask him.
Now you don't know, bro. But this nigga,
employee.
Now you don't know, but this nigga be on Clubhouse, bro. Every day, bro. Airing niggas out. Every day, bro. Clubhouse. Every day. Now you don't know, bro. That's funny. Now crap.
It makes sense though. Yo, what? It makes sense.
You a weirdo too. You nigga. Let me.
Fuck. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Fuck. Full screen.
Break something down, Act. Y'all want to put me in something.
No. It's not putting you in anything.
This is why academics to me is the biggest independent media source in hip hop. Yeah. Now, a lot of people in this situation would have folded
for a while, man.
Bro, Whack 100 is low key, like checking you a little bit. A lot of folks would have stopped the act, just kept pushing. Now, this is Whack 100 tamed. Whack 100 ain't really taking up a notch because it gets 20 times worse, and Whack get really disrespectful towards Act.
Oh, yeah?
But right now, you are watching it in real time. The tension is rising and it's rising and it's rising. But Act don't care. He keeps asking the questions and keep pushing. But I don't believe that because Act is a civilian and hasn't really caught a federal charge yet that academics is unqualified to have this conversation. Because, bro, lawyers haven't been to jail, but they have probably read enough, work to probably be qualified to have discussions in court. If academics have been covering rappers and court cases for the last decade, he's qualified to have this conversation.
Okay, but Whack, you're still taking the point.
No, I'm not.
If they talk to Adam, if they talk to Adam, I would assume they would at least. Again, Adam's not in trouble. It's not like
man, you weird as a. Listen. If you assume they talk to me, then I assume your woman's a transgender. You fucking man. That's where we at. I don't own no jumper, nigga. I don't own no jumper. I don't have employees. I assume your woman's a transgender. You fucking man. That's where we at. I don't own no jumper, nigga. I don't own no jumper. I don't have employees at no jumper. I'm a
nigga. You act like it. You damn sure act like it, nigga.
Partner on one show. You get it? I don't control the building. No. I don't control cameras. Whack. I don't control payroll, bro.
Whack.
Stop playing with me with these narratives.
No. That's not the angle I'm saying. What I'm saying is that
stop playing with me with these narratives,
bro. Big U is the.
I ain't got nothing to do with extorting, sex trafficking, a murder of a fucking football player, a fucking kid that I've been attacking and exposing for the last couple years. I ain't got nothing to do with what a nigga caught with at his house.
It's hard to gauge where the conversation is currently at because it feels like they're having two different conversations. Whack is like, bruh, I'm not being accused of being involved or being in cahoots with Big U. I'm not being accused of extorting nobody. So Whack is saying because I'm not being accused of doing anything with Big U, the feds got no reason to talk to me. Ack is saying, yeah, the feds will talk to you because they're saying that Big U tried to bring harm to you, and they will probably either try to warn you or try to get you to turn. So it feels like they're having two different conversations here, Now, I don't know if that's on purpose or if, it's accidental.
Because Wack,
But Wack will offer Ack.
Wack is trying to slide away from what academics is talking about, bro. That's exactly why.
The last warning. Stop playing with the narratives, bro. Because Wack knows the internet and he knows exactly where people would take this particular clip and take it to. Right? Yo, I've been in a building where, like, people like, for example, 607 Unk. I think he hopped.
That's a wild boy, by the way.
Online and he insinuated or he jokingly said that Wack 100 was a snitch. Wack 100 takes that really personal because when 607 Unk came to No Jumper, Wack drove in his car, I believe like an hour to No Jumper at like 12, at like 11 a.m. to confront 607 Unk.
You see, that's the thing with that nigga, bro. He pick and choose his battles, nigga. He pick and choose. Nigga want to slide for a whole hour for Unk, but nigga want his big U. This nigga's begging for his life. Feel me? Nah, bro, you got nigga like David, nigga. Goliath or not, bro. Bring that same energy.
Right? Like he was that irate. He really wanted to fight him because he jokingly made a joke about Wack 100 and cooperating in the same sentence. So Wack 100 takes this really personally. Now, luckily, 607 Unk was not in the building. He left like 20 minutes before Wack actually got there. But yeah, this is something that Wack 100 takes very seriously. So after, I guess, the last warning, this is where Wack 100 really turns up and really crashes out. And I think he crossed the line in terms of disrespecting Ack. Because, bro, Ack is the big dog of this media stuff. Feel me? So, you don't really say certain things to Ack, in terms of calling him out his name,
Worse than that? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Plant the explosives at the window.
Divided the enemies line up one by one like a real foot soldier.
But here's how this conversation went.
Okay, let me ask you this for the record. If they subpoenaed you to answer questions, would you?
Hey,
answer?
bro, check this out. Academics, I ain't gonna tell you again, bro. Stop trying to put me in something.
No. I was just giving a scenario.
They gonna subpoena you about some shit ain't got nothing to do with you, bro.
I would hope not.
You and the rest of these bitch ass niggas are trying to incorporate me in something that ain't got nothing to do with me, homie. You nowhere in there where you see shit orchestrated with Wack 100.
Wait. Wack.
Stop trying to put me in
No. Wait.
That ain't got nothing to do with me, nigga.
Wait.
Wait.
Let me clear that up. No, let me clear that up. Let me clear it up. I'm not
what
trying.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying you had nothing to do with anything.
No, that's what you keep.
No. Let me clarify this.
Hey, look, bro, get in your lane, bro.
No.
Some shit is disrespectful, bro.
No. Only
get
thing,
lane, bro.
I wasn't trying to
stop insinuating. I'm gonna ask you.
Wait,
I don't know if you dumb or slow.
No.
Or you just playing for content.
No. Hold on. You think I'm saying something I'm not?
Did you read all the shit?
Yeah. No.
What do I got to do with any of it?
I think that the feds would want you to be listed as a victim.
I'm not a victim, dummy.
No, hold on. I'm not saying you are, but I think they would want
to happen to you.
Okay, I think they would want to talk to you in that sense, and you could probably say no. You could probably be like, "No, I'm good."
But to you, bro.
But
let me explain something to you, bro. I'm gonna say this one more time, bro.
One more again.
Nothing in that paperwork, none of those actions. No laws were broken when it comes to my name. It's just a nigga talking.
Okay.
And the nigga's not talking about having me assassinated. He's not talking about kidnapping me. He's not even saying killing me.
Well, he didn't say break his jaw.
He said I want to break his
Guarantee you this shit doesn't end well for Wack.
jaw. If that's the case, niggas be investigated every day, right?
I mean, that's true, too. But, well, you know how RICOs go. A RICO that's a really messy shit.
How RICO go, bro. Like, and I'm going to say this again. Nothing pertaining to my name involves a crime.
That's Big Ack. Listen, man, I don't think Ack is a B. I think Ack is a respected journalist. But I do understand Whack 100 taking this stance of really treating this with the severity and trying to send a message. This is essentially Whack trying to send a message to anybody else who has this particular narrative when they want to interview him. Because if Whack would say this to Ack and spaz out on Ack, imagine what Whack would say to you if you try to, like lead him down this line of questioning. Because Wack wants to make it perfectly clear that he's not a victim. He was never contacted. He never knew the feds were gonna. Well, he probably knew the feds were after Big U because the family of Rayshawn Williams told Wack that. But Wack want to make it perfect.
Bro, this nigga was saying it all last year, gang. This nigga knew for a whole year. Bro, he was on No Jumper Clubhouse spraying it. Telling everybody about this Rico shit, this Brick Baby shit, all of it. This nigga knew, bro. I don't want to hear none of that. None of that.
For clear, bro, he's not cooperating. He has never talked to the feds. He has no business talking to the feds, man. Now, again, I do feel like the question was fair. I don't feel like academics was out of line for asking the question. But, Wack is taking a stance, man. Now, if Adam is saying that he just got contacted, I think the feds rolled up on Adam twice already in a span of like 24 hours. So, is he up, man? Again, I haven't been contacted by the feds. I don't want to get contacted by the feds. Listen, bro, I fear the feds more than I fear death, homie. Like I'll be right. I don't want to be involved in no way. So right now it's getting serious, bro. For me, man. So, I guess we'll update y'all, man, on who's next to talk to the feds after Adam, okay? Who's next? Let me know in the comment section, right? And if you're still watching, man, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, either here, or here, all right? If you want to hear about this really bad Joe Budden news, all right? I'm going to see you guys in this video on my screen, somewhere here, right? I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Want real-time project updates without another status meeting? This AI's got you. This is the world's first AI project manager. World-class teams use Motion to get 50% more done with 90% less busy work. No more endless meetings, status updates, or quick check-ins eating up your day. Unlike other tools, and you know the ones, Motion actually prevents problems. Here's how. Drop a project into Motion and watch what happens. Your team's calendars instantly fill with perfect.
The Brick Baby sealed indictment just got released a few hours ago, and Whack 100 is already on Clubhouse calling Brick Baby a snitch. So let's get into exactly why Whack 100 is calling Brick Baby a snitch and exactly what is in the sealed indictment. The first misconception I have to clear up is, yes, Brick Baby was arrested under Operation Drawdown, but Brick Baby and Big U, they're not on the same federal complaint. Brick Baby is not listed as one of the defendants in Big U's RICO case. The feds have been investigating Big U since 2021. So the only reason why Brick Baby has been arrested is because in their investigation, they had a wiretap on Big U. And on that wiretap, they heard somebody telling Big U that Brick Baby had robbed the plug and he's splitting up the money with 7 individuals, including Big U. So that created probable cause for the feds to, conduct a search warrant on Brick Baby's house. And when they conducted a search warrant, items they found at Brick Baby's house led to a federal indictment. So Brick Baby's indictment is solo. He's fighting this case by himself. He's not a part of the RICO. This is the sealed indictment that just got unsealed. So if we look here,
so we got Mitchell and Brick Baby. Oh, Zion Mitchell, Brick Baby shit. Oh no. Oh, I thought that was shitty cuz from Nipsey's Killer. I thought but he said that was his homie. He said they call him Big Shitty, and they call what's his name, Nipsey's Killer, Lil Shitty or Shitty Cuz, whatever.
It's not a RICO. Brick Baby is the only defendant. Now, he's being charged for being a felon in possession of firearms and ammunition. Now, one of the firearms that's more specifically is Brick Baby had an AK-47 found in his home when the feds raided his crib. Now, they raided his crib on July 12, 2022. Now, when they raided his crib, they found him in possession of ammunition, namely 3 rounds of Spear, 9mm Luger caliber ammunition. Now, here's where it gets tricky for Brick Baby. The feds claim that the ammunition was expelled from a firearm that he possessed and shot in a business parking lot in and affecting interstate and foreign commerce. So the feds are saying that Brick Baby shot this firearm in public and they have proof of it. But he's not being charged with shooting a firearm. He's being charged with being in possession of the ammunition. So I'm expecting a superseding indictment that will probably include charges for the shooting if they believe he shot the firearm in public. I don't know who Brick Baby was at war with, Brett, but whoever it was, man, they had to have been a formidable op because Brick Baby crib was looking like Iraq, bro. Brick Baby had more ammunition than them boys in the jungle. Look at this, bro. 36 round, 32 round, 31 round, 26. Oh my God. He was trying to put something down. When Whack 100 seen Brick Baby's paperwork, his eyes opened up. Like it was like light beams. He couldn't believe what he was seeing because Whack 100 and Brick Baby has been going back and forth over the last couple of months. And they've been going back and forth because Whack 100 has been accusing Brick Baby of hiding an arrest by the feds. Brick Baby has always denied that he was ever arrested by the feds for an AK-47.
Okay, and by the way, it's okay if you can say no comment. So Whack 100 accuses you of having federal interaction in terms of police supposedly raised your spot, caught you with a gun, whatever the case is. Have they ever asked you about anything to do with this? And if you can't answer that question, it's fine. But
they never asked me nothing to do with nothing. They ain't never. I wouldn't even talk about nothing like this. I went in there. I wish that they could have my transcript. I told the people like whatever you want to know about Zaire Mitchell, we can talk about that. Yeah, anything other than me, like the questions you got about me, I can answer.
That's DJ Academics asking Brick Baby about the accusation that he was arrested by the feds and he hadn't been to court. Because that's what Whack 100 has been saying. Well, Brick Baby kind of answered the question, but really didn't answer the question. Whack 100 was watching, and according to Whack 100, that wasn't good enough. So he wanted to call in himself to confirm Brick Baby about the Fed arrest. And here's what happened when Whack 100 called it.
He said what he said in February. Then he turned around and said they told him they've been on him since March. Right after.
Hey, we gonna have 1090 look up how many people in Los Angeles get DA rejects from guns a year. That's what we gonna do.
That's another nigga, bro. This another nigga. This nigga Brick, bro. How you, bro? You was not gonna be a felon, bro, with a chopper, bullets, nigga, a known gang leader. Niggas is not about to just let you slide out with no type of charges after that. Nigga, we don't want to hear it. Fuck out of here, bro. What's wrong with these niggas? We thinking niggas ain't never been in jail and shit. Bro, we know how it goes, nigga.
Like, we go look that up. That is a common practice. If they don't have the right, like, if they don't have you all the way to the T, because out here, the way that you can fight a gun that wasn't in my possession, there's no reason of that DA picking up, right post-COVID, picking up a gun case where they don't have enough evidence to fully have me go take the deal and have
you
my
went
back
to court already, nigga.
And they was a DA reject. They did not pick up the case, right?
Okay, but you said you went to court.
So
you got
I'm gonna ask you to go out here.
You
got
to know. I know how it
going
goes.
to jail. This is my first time ever being out of jail for 4 years, nigga, since I was 18. This is my first time.
You see, Whack don't look at Whack. Whack oppress everybody else, but he don't like it. He don't like it. Whack don't like it.
You got arrested June 23rd, 2023. You went to court July.
You going back in over the same. Yes,
you went to court July.
Yeah, I went
in July. Court date, did they ask you how did you plead guilty, not guilty?
If I made it that far, I wouldn't have a DA reject. Brother, the DA reject means he rejected to accept the case.
EVE to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want. You can have really relaxed, slow-paced stuff where you can take it easy. or you could be on the edge of your seat, shaking, making split-second decisions. This is Eve. You know, it's a crazy universe where anything can happen, and however you want to do it, go for it.
A DA reject is self-explanatory. The DA refused to prosecute you. The police bring them the evidence they have on you and what they arrested you for, and the DA choose with their discretion not to prosecute you and waste their time. Now, how does this apply to Brick Baby case? Well, Brick Baby will tell WAC that 2 agencies showed up, the feds and the state. However, even though 2 agencies showed up, only 1 agency charged them, and that was the state. Well, arrested him and brought him to court. That was the state. And when he went to court in July, the state gave him a DA reject, which, again, a lot of y'all probably is watching this with like skepticism. This is not uncommon. This is actually very common. But what I think happened, and I do think Brick Baby and WAC is both correct, but because they're both on like opposite side of this argument, they're fighting for themselves instead of seeing the common ground here. I think Brick Baby is correct in terms of the state probably proceeded with, you know, the arraignment with the charge, but the state gave him a DA reject. Now, a DA reject could be for a multitude of reasons. The DA don't think they can win it, or the feds contact them and say, hey, we're working on an indictment for him. Don't even waste your time. Like NBA Youngboy gun case was a state charge, but then eventually, you know, the state rejected the case or dismissed it because the feds wanted to pick it up. So in the case of Brick Baby, we now know the feds have officially charged Brick Baby for that particular incident and arrest. So the state could have gotten instructions not to proceed because the feds was going to take over anyway. WAC 100 is saying that it's suspicious that you got arrested, you know, both agencies were there, but we only see the state charge.
It means he rejected to accept the case.
When you went to
lack
court
of
July,
evidence
what was
that
said?
thereof.
Because 8 months ago, you just said you still had court on
There's
it.
nothing else to talk about that one, bro. You
Did
just
you
really
not
have to
just
say
say
it.
8 months
man.
ago,
Bro,
you still had
Man, we
court on it?
tired of these.
You
man.
super
Hey, hold on. All right, wait. Break.
I went to Compton Court.
Break.
Like I said,
I'll ask you this question.
He won't answer the question.
Well, I asked him a separate question. So whatever case, I don't really care about it. But is it completely? Is it adjudicated? Is it dismissed? Is it?
WAC is funny as shit, my nigga. But you see how we act. You see how we act when you put him under the hot seat, bro. He don't like it. That's corny. That shit's corny, my nigga. For real. I do not feel that shit, bro. All that shit he fucking put niggas under. And when it's hot for him, bro, he don't like it. Oh, this was a funny one. I need to see that.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your house for any reason, click the link in this video to see if my offer is right for you. We make the process.
Another legendary Benzino crash out just hit the streets, and this one is quite
another one, bro. Damn,
possibly the best one.
Damn, nigga, just chill. Just chill. If you chill now, you could save the rest of your legacy, dog. Just chill, baby. Come on, man. We having a hard time trying to come out as a city regardless. Then nigga, every other fucking month, Benzino's on here crashing out. You think niggas is gonna look towards Boston when they hear that shit? Come on, bro.
One I've ever seen. Because it's conflicting. Some people think Benzino was in the right. Some people think Benzino was absolutely wrong. Now, the crash out took place on a big Dookie Chain podcast where one of the interviewers began to ask questions that Benzino did.
Big Dookie Chain podcast? I think that sounds local, too. Let me know in the comments if that's local. I think so.
And appreciate, and Benzino spazzed out. He spazzed out so crazy that the interview almost ended in a fight. The interviewer, from my perspective, if I'm being nice, is a tad bit overzealous. He calls himself a hip-hop head, so he found himself trying to press Benzino for some things that took place regarding the source, because according to him, he really loves the source, so he feels personally upset and mad at Benzino for how Benzino dealt with the source situation almost like 40 years ago.
That's kind of corny. What? You're mad at this nigga for how we? I don't know. Nah, Benzino might be right.
I'm saying, but that was it. Nothing else. So when the source came out, like that was literally planting the seeds that made all of us, that got me touring and being a rapper.
See, we took that for granted.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
so
because
that's why, like,
24 hours we live in it.
Right.
And everybody.
No, I'm about to argue with you about some source shit because you pissed me off with some of the source shit, to be perfectly honest with you. Because Book, we'll get to it.
I got reasons.
Drop the bomb, Hush. Drop the bomb.
We'll get to it.
Maybe it's because I have a different relationship with hip hop media. I grew up in an era where everybody was hip hop media, so I didn't have to walk 30 blocks to get a hip hop news source and read it, and that was the only news source I could get for a month. So I have a different relationship, but I can't understand being dispassionate. Like, bro, damn near talking to Benzino like this one in the fight. To me, like that's a little bit too aggressive. So he was itching to bring up the source thing the entire interview, bro. You could tell whenever they was asking like the normal questions, he was like itching. Finally, he gets to it, all right? He begins to ask Benzino, do he feel like Benzino essentially ruined or effed up the integrity?
Nah, bro. You could tell the way he came off the gate. He was he was trying. He was like,
of the source, which from our perspective, it's a fair question.
But did you know that you were part of the hip hop Bible at that time? And did you give a
Nah. You know, because again, the only thing I cared back then.
nah. Give it up. The source. Give it up for the source. The source was a hip hop Bible. The source was a hip hop Bible.
Was my in the streets and hip hop, in my groups, in my music. I didn't give a about nothing, and making sure that the money was right for my father.
First,
right.
There's no before this. There's not that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
see, but I'm living it, so it's like reading about it. It's not going to excite me.
Right.
I understand.
You know what I'm
don't.
saying?
I'm just trying to let you know.
Nah, that's big facts. Yeah, I mean, we could talk all this and that about this nigga Benzino, but yeah, I mean, when you write it, like what they say, bro, winners write the history, bro. You never know about the losers because they never get a chance to write history. Like, nigga, the niggas who wrote it, them niggas could tell it however it was, bro, but they never, Zeno might have felt like he wasn't even that big, you know what I mean? Till after. That's how it really be sometimes. You never notice how much something's really worth until after, you feel me? Like 10 years, 5 years down the line, it really hits you like how important this person was, how important that job was, how, you feel me, how, nigga, you don't appreciate what you got till it's gone, bro. It's true.
As a hip hop person that respects the out of this game and respects the out of the source, it's like blows my mind that like, and I want you to know like that's a up on your part right there because like
how?
Because like that you didn't respect.
That's a lot of F-bombs though. Chill, nigga. You ain't about to. Nah, bro. I wouldn't. Nah, too much F-bombs, nigga. Respect.
It like that you didn't know what it was.
I will let me give you the rebuttal. Let me give you the rebuttal.
Okay.
Let me give you the rebuttal on that because it's like
I know he's from Boston, nigga. What? Let me talk.
I was it. See that? Let me finish. Let me finish. I was it. It didn't. It's not like I didn't respect what Dave was doing in the art of hip hop as a whole because I was a DJ. I loved hip hop, but at that particular time, because life's about moments, man.
Yep.
At that moment, I was really, really involved with my group. I mean, killings. I mean, there was a lot of going on in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Quick interruption for some context. So he's pressing Benzino right now, and he's pretty emotional and upset that Benzino apparently didn't take the source seriously in the early conception of the source when before Benzino was a co-owner, when he was just, David May's friend and homie who was around the source. So Benzino's saying, bruh, I was dealing with friends dying. I was dealing with street beefs. I was dealing with my pops in jail. We slinging dope.
No, it's facts.
Bro, that was not my main focus. I never read it. I was living it. They was writing about my life. Why would I read it? So he's pressing him about that. And then
Exactly. You know, they was writing about him. He wasn't really too concerned as for the writing going on as an outside perspective. You feel me? He didn't really. He knew what was going on. He ain't have to read it. You know what I mean?
Then they transitioned to the phase of where Benzino is now the co-owner of the Source, I believe in like 94. And he's now pressing Benzino about what he believes Benzino did to mess up the Source integrity.
In hip hop.
So, but I'm trying to say that looking at it as an older grown man now, the importance of growing hip hop itself as what hip hop is,
right,
needed the Source.
Yes.
Okay. And like,
yes,
the Source at one point in time is like it was everything, right? And then at some point in time, which we'll get to, it turned to like the Source. No matter
what time did it turn?
We'll get, I don't want to get to that yet. We'll get. I'm saying
Come
I
on.
was.
But get to the point.
The point is, at one point that
Why are you talking too much, nigga?
the respect of it in like the way like I'm trying to think of the word the integrity of it.
Okay, integrity
got with.
Okay,
and people stopped taking it as the Bible.
Right.
And in someone who loves hip hop, right?
Right.
That is like it bothers me a little bit because the Source could be Time magazine.
If that bothers you, you got to check. You got to look at yourself like, damn, like how does that bother you? Because
he's correct. Of course, Benzino ruined the integrity of the Source. Benzino introduced payola into hip hop media, bro. Like the mic system that was once revered, Benzino started having people pay to have a better mic rating, bro. So of course, Benzino ruined the integrity of the Source. But essentially, like asking him over and over and over about it, and he's answering your question. He said, "Yeah, bro, you can't really mix business with integrity." So he owned up to losing the integrity of his own stuff, but he just kept pressing. Like it's kind of like 20 years from now or 30 years from now, you have Joe Budden and on your podcast, and you tell Joe Budden, yo, bro, I'm mad at you, yo, you got rid of Rory and Maul, bro. That's not. It's like, bro, like who cares? Joe Budden got rid of his two co-hosts 40 years later, right? But he just kept pressing the issue. Now, Benzino gave him...
Ever wondered what your home looks like from space? Enter your address and get a 360-degree satellite view of your home right now. See your city, your street, even your rooftop from above like never before. Download...
genuine answer from our perspective. He owned up to it, right? He admitted he ruined the integrity of the Source by taking payola.
No, you got to understand but if you don't understand the bigger picture,
I do.
How can you be upset if you don't understand the bigger picture?
Two things can be correct at the same time.
How?
How can two things be correct?
No, I'm saying how could you be mad if you don't know the bigger picture?
I do understand the bigger picture, but what I'm saying is the importance of what it is, and the bigger picture is a balance of all these things. And you have to. You can't sit there and say one thing and not acknowledge the other. That's bull. That's bullshit. Explain it. Because getting money is important, right? But also selling out is also not important. Hold on, let me finish now. All right, hold on, let me finish. Right?
Where do we sell out?
Let me finish.
Tell me.
So you're talking about the integrity story. You're talking about the integrity story. I know this shit. I come on, man. Like let's.
What do you mean?
No, hold on.
You're a fan.
You're talking about the integrity.
This is my.
It's two different perspectives, bro. You can't rap with them. It's two different perspectives.
So let me ask you.
Just so we clear, what you say and how you feel means nothing to me.
Well, that's fine.
All right. So
that's
continue.
That's all fine. Continue. So that's not what it is.
What is it then?
It was when the mics, right? So do you think that the Classic Unlimited, you think that was a
No, we already went through that story. That this was an Eminem situation.
So we clear? Your personal feelings don't mean nothing to me. Straight boss and shit, bro.
I did that because when it went on, that's my mag. I pulled my dick out and said, "This is my magazine, and I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, and I don't give a how you."
This felt like the interviewer has been telling himself his entire life he's a hip hop purist, so he's trying to press Benzino for the culture, when nobody cares about this, like at all. Now I understand maybe asking it twice and Benzino answering the question, but bringing this up like over 10 times and he keeps giving you the same answer and you keep on rambling and not getting nowhere. I don't understand where he's trying to get at. Yeah, okay, Benzino sold out. Like what's the conclusion? Like where are you landing here? He's landing nowhere. So Benzino finally stops giving him grace because Benzino got a short fuse, bro. And maybe it's because they in Boston, he has an affinity for Boston media, but. Right. Bro, an hour and 20 minutes in, bro, Benzino stopped giving grace. And this one, Benzino got up on his ass.
But ask Benzino if I care about your perspective. Ask me. I need you to ask me that. Ask me if I care about all y'all's perspective.
I'm asking you right now.
Anybody,
as a
black,
human
white
being,
perspective.
do you care about my perspective?
No.
Well, thank you.
All right. That's it. But I still like you, but I don't.
But okay, I mean, like, and I don't agree with what you're saying.
That's fine.
I'm still going to ask.
I don't agree with your perspective. I mean, I don't care about your perspective. I understand that you're riled up and you're emotional.
I'm not riled up.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not riled up at all. No. You're missing it, man. Like, and like you keep you always with the white thing out, the white perspective.
Yeah,
white perspective. I'm hip hop. I didn't listen to the fucking Beastie Boys,
you're
bro.
right. You didn't grow up how I grew up. Hip hop is black. But hip hop came from the streets of niggas. You not where you came from.
We're gonna have
not where you came from.
What does that have to do with the source?
That's everything.
What is you can't always. This is Shaq and Charles Barkley. This is Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Are you getting defensive?
No.
Are you getting defensive?
So every time Charles Barkley says anything, Shaq says, "You don't have rings. You don't got rings. You don't got rings."
You're one of these guys. You're one of these guys. He's mad. You're white. You feel like you're in hip hop.
There's one person here yelling, and it's not me.
You're not yelling, of course you are.
No, I'm not, bro. We're talking.
You're not raising. Okay. So we talking once again. You're white.
So so what is that? I know I'm white.
You brought up. It's bothering you.
Aren't you half white?
It's bothering you. No. Okay.
Oh, this is good. This is good, bro.
Puerto Rican.
I feel like at this point, Benzino is throwing all good faith arguments out the window.
This is
he at this point just want to crash out because bro been antagonizing the entire interview. So no, I don't believe that Benzino is right when Benzino says that this man's opinion doesn't really matter, or he can't take it into perspective because he's white. I don't believe that his race has anything to do with his contributions and his opinions, right? I feel like, regardless of what your race is, you can commentate, you can have an opinion on what you read and what you observe.
I'm not, bro. We're talking.
You're not raising. Okay. So are you getting defensive?
No.
Are you getting? But hip hop came from the streets of niggas. That you're riled up and you're emotional. No.
Well, thank you.
All right, that's it. But I still like.
I'm asking you right now.
Anybody,
as a
black,
human
white
being,
perspective.
Do you care about my perspective?
No.
Well, thank you.
All right, that's it. But I still like you, but I don't.
But okay, I mean, like, and I don't agree with what you're saying.
That's fine.
I'm still going to ask.
I don't agree with your perspective. I mean, I don't care about your perspective. I understand that you're riled up and you're emotional.
I'm not riled up.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not riled up at all. No. You're missing it, man. Like, and like you keep you always with the white thing out, the white perspective.
Yeah,
white perspective.
And Benzino's from Boston, bro. He's racist as shit, bro.
Hip hop. I didn't listen to the fucking Beastie Boys,
bro.
Right.
You didn't grow up how I grew up. Hip hop is black. But hip hop came from the streets of niggas. Not where you came from. Not where you came.
Word, nigga. And one more time, nigga.
From.
What is that have to do with the source?
That's everything.
What is you can't always. This is Shaq and Charles Barkley. This is Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Are you getting defensive?
No.
Are you getting defensive?
So every time Charles Barkley says anything, Shaq says, "You don't have rings. You don't got rings. You don't got rings."
You're one of these guys. You're one of these guys. He's mad. You're white. You feel like you're in hip hop.
There's one person here yelling, and it's not me.
You're not yelling. Of course you are.
No, I'm not, bro. We're talking.
You're not raising. Okay. So we talking once again.
Chill.
You're white.
So I know. So what is that? I know I'm white.
You brought up. It's bothering you.
Aren't you half white?
It's bothering you. No. I'm Cape Verde, Puerto Rican.
I feel like at this point, Benzino is throwing all good faith arguments out the window.
Crazy.
He at this point just want to crash out because bro been antagonizing the entire interview. So no, I don't believe that Benzino is right when Benzino says that this man's opinion doesn't really matter, or he can't take it into perspective because he's white. I don't believe that his race has anything to do with his contributions and his opinions, right? I feel like regardless of what your race is, you can commentate, you can have an opinion on what you read and what you observe. So if he's observing a source, if he's observing hip hop, he can have an opinion on how he believes that Benzino killed the integrity of the source. But where I feel like he went a little bit too wrong, like he went a little bit too far, was when he starts saying he's just as hip hop as Benzino.
Yeah, bro, that's a force. That's a force, nigga.
I am
as hip hop as Benzino, bro. No matter how much source books you read, hip hop magazines you study, how much history you know, how much raps you study, you can never be as hip hop as the zinester,
The Zeno stir. Come on, man. Give him his flowers, bro.
Just as hip hop is all. Yes, I
Not me.
I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, bro.
See, that's your problem, and that's white people's problem.
That's white people's problem.
You are not as hip hop as me. Sorry.
Okay, well, this is
sorry.
What he say?
Sorry.
I'm just trying.
You
to,
will never be.
So I'm
ever.
It's unfortunate.
It's not in you.
It's unfortunate that
it's not in you.
You can have an opinion. You're welcome to your opinions. You have them. Everyone knows you have opinions. You're welcome to have.
It's not in you, nigga. I'm sorry. It's not in you. It's not in you.
It's not in. But it's unfortunate.
Yes.
To me, a hip hop fan and a fan of the
That's
source.
fine. You're a fan.
That's fine. Yeah.
And a fan of what you've done.
You're a fan.
I'm being honest.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, dog, this is like
looking you in the eye and being honest.
Who you looking at?
I'm looking you
You're
in
a
the
fan.
Yes, of hip hop.
I'm not a fan
of hip hop.
I am hip hop. I'm not a fan. That's the difference. You're a fan, and I am hip hop.
It's unfortunate.
What's unfortunate
that you have that.
Do you agree? Do you agree on that? You're a fan.
No.
Well, you just said you're a fan.
I'm a fan and I'm hip hop. I can be both.
No, you're not hip hop.
Yes, I am.
No. The little white kid, 13-year-old that read the source. That's not hip hop, buddy.
It's unfortunate that you feel that way.
No,
and you're entitled to your opinion. It
the
is.
problem with y'all is y'all are mad because we feel that way.
I'm not mad. I'm trying to get my sentence
We don't
out.
accept
keep
you.
interrupting
We
me.
don't accept you.
I don't need your acceptance.
All right. Well, then
I'm already here.
So then let's talk about.
I'm already in the building.
No,
I didn't
you're in
need you
your
to let
building.
me into it.
You're in your building.
Yeah, I know.
You're in your building.
And
You're
this
not
is
out
hip-hop.
there in hip hop.
You started
You're not
today
out there in
saying
hip-hop.
that
Right.
you're sitting, we're talking about hip hop culture in this room, and you agreed that this is what hip hop culture is.
I like it. I like the way y'all are going.
So now you're going the other way because you're in your feelings.
No.
And all I was trying to do, Ray, all I was trying to say was that hip hop.
He's getting tight. He's getting tight.
The source was important.
All right.
Okay? And I feel like I can say as a hip hop fan, I feel like there is a discussion to
Get
say.
your point out.
I know Benzino's recent antics as of lately can maybe muddy up the vision of how we view.
It definitely does, bro. Definitely takes support of, bro, his legacy. Is like, especially for these YNs, bro. They give that nigga no type of respect, bro.
Benzino, but make no mistake about it, bro. There's very few people on earth who's more hip hop than Benzino. Benzino is literally was the co-owner of the source. Like Benzino has his hands in so many things in hip hop since like '88. So no, you are not more hip hop than Benzino. I'm not more hip hop than Benzino. There's very few people living right now who's more hip hop than Benzino. So the fact that you, a podcaster from Boston, you feel comfortable saying you're just as hip hop as Benzino. Talk about audacity, bro. Yo, Benzino needs to do like a rebrand, bro, because people is forgetting Benzino's role in hip hop, bro.
I'm saying we made millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
I done amazing accomplishments in this game.
Correct.
You haven't done shit yet. Hold on. But I'm going to bring that point.
Let him cook.
So for you to bring up something that I was a part of that you said got fucked up in the end, why don't you build something to see if you could even maintain that?
That's what we're doing right now. Thank you for being here.
I know, but you're only $30 in. I made millions of dollars.
I'm not
you
sitting
can't tell me shit
I'm
about
not trying
hip
to
hop,
tell you anything.
about business, about nothing.
We're having a discussion about the source.
We are, and I'm just letting you know.
That is crazy, bro. Zeno just shitting on his whole life, bro. Man said you're $30 in. $30 in, gang.
Through the lens of hip hop.
I just answered your question. You just wanted me to answer
hip hop.
You just answered. You want me to answer your question? Did I answer it? I mean,
yeah, you answered it. That's fine. And I have my opinion on that. And
everybody has an opinion,
and that's fine. And I can respect you on that. And that's
opinions
good.
And accomplishments are two totally different things.
But the fact is still the fact.
Why don't you get your accomplishments up? You have a lot of opinions. Get your accomplishments up, homie.
See, now we're doing the Charles Barkley.
No, what do you mean? That's all right to me. That doesn't make sense. So you got a bunch of opinions. You have no accomplishments. Okay. Great.
What don't you agree with me that I'm saying? What part of what I said don't you agree with?
I mean, you're all over the place.
Just give me one part of it that you don't agree with. Because we'll start there.
That you think you're just as hip hop as me.
I know I'm just as hip hop as you.
All right, well that's cool.
Baby.
I don't think that I know that.
That's fine.
Nah,
That's fine. You got in hip
So
hop.
let's move to the next thing.
1994. What did you come in? When did you come
I was born in 1980.
Right. No, but when did you come?
If the interviewer had a different approach, I'll be on his side. I don't feel like you need to be super accomplished to have an opinion on something that you observe. If you observe somebody who's running a more successful company than yours, make mistakes that led to that company going under, you can give an opinion on it. So, no, I don't believe you need to be highly accomplished. But the interviewer,
he got a little point though,
was clearly antagonizing Benzino. Yo, if you watch this entire interview, it didn't.
Nah, he came out hot from the jump, bro. Remember I was talking about all them F-bombs, bro. He set the energy from the beginning, bro.
I didn't really feel like he was getting anywhere. Like, bro, Benzino told him, yeah, bro, I sold out. Yeah, bro, like labels bought mic ratings. Yeah, I did it to keep the company alive. That's your answer right there. You can stop and keep, but he just kept on pushing. Right? Now, this is where the crash how y'all been waiting for, right? This is where the old Benzino now comes into play. He says something that crossed the line with Benzino. Now, I don't know if this is like a trigger for Benzino or if he just got annoyed in this moment, but when he said that Benzino fumbled the source, Benzino absolutely lost his mind.
But I want to call you out and say, dude, you had a really important piece of hip hop was the Source Bible.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the Source Bible, and
it got fumbled. And I want to talk about it.
18 years.
I understand that, but you could have made billions. You could have made billions.
Have you ever had the ball?
No, I haven't.
So what the?
I'm asking so you
tell me
I'm asking
about
you.
something that got fumbled.
I'm asking you.
You
could have made.
You're going about it wrong. You're going about it how like white.
You're going about it all wrong.
Eminem fans go by.
Source.
Hold on. You go.
Bro, one thing about Zeno, bro, that nigga's obsessed with Eminem, bro. Damn, leave it alone, nigga.
What about it like you had the Source and it got fumbled? Bro, you don't even have, you've never done nothing.
Do we agree the Source could still be a thing right now?
Do you agree that you ain't done in hip hop?
I haven't done the Source, you're right.
Do we agree that you have?
If it was digital, I feel like the Source can make a digital comeback on some like world star shit. The Source name, yeah, it can come back.
I have nothing to
So what gives you the fucking right to even question about something that I fumbled?
Because I think I didn't say you fumbled it. I said God fumbled. I don't know.
It's fucking magazine, so it comes to me.
The Source.
Who the are you to tell me something that I fumbled when you ain't done?
The Source.
Nothing.
The Source.
Hold on. Answer that.
In my opinion,
the source. Answer my question. What gives you the right to say something that I fumbled as big as the Source and as much as it did? What the have you done to give you the right to say that to me?
I'm not saying.
No. Answer the question. You already said
you the right because I have a microphone in front of me and we're on my show.
Right. Okay. Right. So what I'm telling you is, you ain't hip.
Throw them the gloves.
Pop, you ain't done, and you're just a fanboy. That's it. Nothing else.
So you don't think the Source could still be running?
I don't think that you know what the you're talking
you don't
about.
think the Source could still be running? Could be a huge multimedia company.
See,
like Revolt and everything like that, right?
How long have you been doing? You said 48, right? Don't you see the process? It takes a while, right? You go. It's not that easy, is it?
No. It's
all right. Who the are you to tell me what I should be and what should be and what? Worry about what the you should be.
I'm asking you.
You're a fan of what the I've done. I'm not a fan of what you done.
You're right.
I tried to be, but you giving off a hater vibe. You giving off like some Eminem vibe. Who's and you fumbled it. I don't want to hear that. Everybody has something and something might have happened. I had it 18 years and made millions of dollars and did all around the world with it.
Yeah.
You all right? Well, you can't tell me nothing. None. You or any other.
He got a motherfucking fact though. 18 years? That was longer than I thought, bro. I mean, bro, some niggas pensions, they have to work that long to get a pension. 20 years. That's a long time, bro. That nigga, he gave 20 years with it and shitted all around the world with it. That's 18 years. That's to have the Source. That's a long time, my nigga. No cap.
Can tell me nothing about anything I've done. You was a fan of what I did.
I agree with Benzino. When an interviewer starts talking about, yeah, you only made $100 million, you could have made $1 billion. You went too far, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You went too far, bro.
Ball wasn't in your hands.
You ain't built
bro.
a company that's worth $1,000. You
ball
can't tell
wasn't
this
in
man
your
he could have had
hands,
$1 billion. Because if you know how to make $1 billion, do it yourself. Now, I understand having critiques. You could have said, hey, bro, I feel like you effed up. The first time you said it, Benzino said, yeah. If then you said, man, bro, you took the integrity out of it. He said, yeah, I probably did. Man, bro, you sold out. He said, I don't think I sold out. And then you kept going, you kept going, you kept going. Now you hit him with the, yo, you fumbled the bag. Here's the funniest part. You seen him antagonizing for at least an hour and a half. And when Benzino finally snapped and gave him what he wanted, they want to turn off the cameras now, bro. When Benzino embarrassed him, like he was trying to embarrass Benzino, now he's telling the producer, bro, cut the camera, cut the camera, cut the camera. It's too late. We already seen it, bro. We already seen you get marked out.
Don't sit there and talk about what the f I fumbled or what the f something happened, man. Get the f out of here. What the f have you fumbled?
I've given you nothing but praise for being the for having the source, and I want to talk about
no, man, listen, bro. See, I
He's so immature, bro.
Seen it coming. You wanted to do this. You felt you didn't do it last time, but you wanted to be like because all these other out there be like he the source up. He the source up. Eat a dick.
Stop for a second. Stop for a second.
Fuck out of here.
I don't. This isn't what I want, dude. I don't.
You did this.
No, man.
No matter what. Don't try to like.
No, man.
You got
Like
a problem?
No,
you got a problem?
No, of course not. I'm trying to have a hip hop conversation about.
Nah, I like what you did, and you know it too. You know it.
Do we got a problem? No, bro. All right. Hey, this. Now, I don't think Benzino get any cool points checking to do because he's not a gangster. But yeah, bro, watching the interview back, if you watch the full interview, bro, it'll piss you off too, man. I think Benzino had every right to snap on him, bro. Bro was really pushing his luck. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Did Benzino?
Damn, dog. Man, that was a wild one, bro. No cap, nigga. That was a wild one, bro. I ain't gonna cap. That was pretty wild, bro. You talking about Benzino in the city and this shit. That was wild. It get ugly out here. It's crabs in the barrel. And that's how this shit get. And I feel like he's gonna stay that way for a long time, bro. Sad to say, but my big dog going crazy back here. Now we about to fucking. I want to do something. Go on YouTube real quick. Go to my channel. Play some. Baby, when you go for me, now, baby, what you come for me? Oh, like someone's coming in. I mean, get 'em lit. I mean, get 'em lit. I ain't fucking with your man. I ain't trying to get 'em lit. Don't you bring 'em on your man. Don't you bring 'em on your man. Yeah. I ain't talking. Yeah. But you hold it. And I ain't telling you out. I don't need no love, but you hold just enough. I'm just being honest, like you wanted from the jump. Baby, back your bags, cause I over pulling up. I got the 2 or 3 and I can't miss this shit for night. And it really rubbish, it really take your funds. It really make your pocket if you ain't know. Back your bag, baby, back your bag. Now, baby, pack your bags, yeah, just pack your bag. Uber pulling up. I'm just doing free and I can't miss this shit for none. Baby, pack your bag, that Uber pulling up. I got the store at 3 and I can't miss that shit for none. Yeah. Baby, pack your bag. Pack your bag, I can't even burn it up. Baby, pack your bag, I can't even pour it up. Got the city stretching, baby, do this shit for none. See, baby, pack your bag, I can do this shit for none. Whoa, watch out, watch out. I'm pulling up, I got anything tripping. See, baby, pack your bag, I gotta pull it up. Baby, take your money, put it in the store. See, baby, pay your bag, I ain't even got it up. Hey, pay your bag, baby, Uber pulling up. Baby, I'm in love for these hoes just a night. I just me and I you want to put the job. Yeah. I can't even talk when you walk.
Ford Truck Month is here at Ira Ford Auburn. For conquering tough jobs or your next great adventure, score great offers now on Built Tough trucks. Experience the 2024 Ford F-150 XLT. Get 1.9% APR, plus get up to $9,000 off MSRP on select in-stock trucks. Save for a limited time on America's most capable, versatile trucks. Only during Ford Truck Month at Ira Ford Auburn.
Ow.